This shir on the Tefila, we got to leDavid. It's almost toward the Tefila of leDavid. At the end of the Tefila, Yas HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Chonenu Hashem, Chonenu Kirav Tzvanu Vuz. Be gracious to us, Hashem. Be gracious to us, Kirav Tzvanu Vuz, because we had enough disgrace. Chonenu comes from Matanat Chinam. In other words, from Chonenu comes, what's the root of Chonenu? In other words, a lot of times we ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu have Rahman, have kindness with us. Chesed. Chesed means have mercy. In other words, we didn't do that much, but you forgive us, you let us. Sometimes we ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu Rachamim. Rachamim means we did some part of the job, but we didn't complete it. We didn't complete it well. You help us out. But Chonenu, when we ask Chonenu means be gracious to us. Be gracious to us means that we don't deserve anything. We understand that it's not the point that we did something, no. We are asking that you finish it up or, give us some discount. No, Chonenu means that we don't deserve, we are undeserved. And we ask for gracious. Be gracious to us, be gracious to us. Because we had enough disgrace in the Galut, that the exile that we live, we have enough disgrace. And through the going, the pressure, everything, we have enough. You help us. Then we ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu that Chas v'Shalom, if there is a time of anger of Hashem, we say 4 terminology here that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, if you have any anger, please come down and have Rahman on us. Because at times of anger, Rachem to score. Mercy, remember, recall. Rachem, the Rahman should come at that time to overcome. So that's our Tefila to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that even though that God Israel sin or something happens that provokes your anger, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu Rachem Tzkor. You should remember the Rahman, the merciness of God Israel to forgive them. Beroges, in times of anger, Ahavat Tzkor. You should remember love that you had for our forefathers, love of the mitzvot that they did. Because the essence, this nation wants to do your ratzon. In essence, this nation wants to be your avodim. The only thing is that the Yetzer Hara doesn't let them. Because by the time of anger, ahavat is called the love that you have for Kahal Yisrael, remember. The roges, in times of anger, agadat is called. You should remember Agadat Yitzchak, that he was ready, tie up himself to be Moser Nefesh for you. You should remember that Zechud married and have Rahman on Gal Israel. The roges, tenut is called. At time of anger, innocence is called. That is the Gal Israel or Temimim, or innocence. And if they do something, they don't do it on purpose. They don't mean it. It's not on purpose and on will, with the full will they go against you. Yetzirah catches them, they get trapped, and innocence to score. And therefore, here we are asking for terminology at the time of anger. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should remember these things, and the anger should not do any harm to Kahal Yisrael. Believe it or not, we are davening every day for HaKadosh Baruch Hu should have Rahmanut at type of anger on Kahal Yisrael. And sometimes we hear something happens to somebody or to segment of Kahal Yisrael or some people of Kahal Yisrael, and you see harsh theme, and you tell yourself, this morning we daven for it. This morning we daven. And you should know that our davening has impact. And a lot of times, a lot of things that were about to happen, since we daven, we stopped it. It didn't happen. Now, sometimes it does happen. Then we have to understand. But every day we daven for it. We better to be mechaven. We better pay attention to what we are saying. And it's such a powerful tefillah that at that time there is the roges and could damage Kahal Yisrael. We are begging Hashem with the 4 terminology of kindness, asking HaKadosh Baruch Hu that Hashem should have mercy toward Kahal Yisrael. Hashem Hoshia HaMelech Ya'anenu V'Marenu. We say Hashem save us. HaMelech, the king that he answers us when we call him. Because we can tell HaKadosh Baruch Hu very honestly. You know our inclinations. In other words, our inclination means 2 ways. One is that really deep down our inclination is to do good. We want to be good. We want to do your ratzon. But Yitzhara is ma'akev. Zachur ki apar anachnu. You should remember that the bad part is because our essence is from Afar. We are created from dust, Afar. Afar is gashmiut. Afar is dust, it's dirt. Dirt has its own materialistic essence that makes us materialistic, gives us heaviness, gives us sadness, doesn't let us to be zealous in your avodah, or is because of that nature that we have, part of the offer, your offer. But in reality, what we want to do, we want to overcome that. We want to be over to you properly. Therefore, Ozenu Elokeshenu, help us. Elokeshenu, the God of our salvation. And that help should be for the sake of your name, because we don't want to disgrace your name. And you should save us, to atone in order for the sake of your name. Finally, we ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we understand your offer, but you help us. Perceive a father that hears that the son is crying and asking for help, the father would come and help. It will be, that's a very powerful tefillah leDavid, that we daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We are asking HaKadosh Baruch Hu, our inclinations are not good. We know that our materialistic, we are from offer. But what we are asking, that you should help us to overcome. Please help us. And the helping that you do is not, we don't deserve it. It's not for us. The help you should do because of your glory of your name and because of your glory and your name. It's important, the concept that a lot of times the person should feel bad that we sin, not because we're going to be punished. Sometimes the person has to feel bad that you sin because you make Chilul Hashem. The person damages the glory of Hashem. The person damages the name of HaKadosh Baruch Hu would be disgraced. And that would bother us. In other words, we daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that Hashem, please help us for the glory of your name, and then you don't care for the glory of Hashem. You don't care for the name of Hashem. The Tefila is just mockery, it's mocking Hashem. Therefore, when we daven here, we have to make a note that we mean it. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we mean that we want that your glory of your name, we want that Hashem should not happen, and that is our concern. We want your name to be glorified. We want your greatness to be shown, and that we know that the Halisal are responsible for that, and we want it. We want to do it. Please help us that we should be able to do it, and that's a great sechut and merit. That's a great, very powerful tefillah. When we daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in other words, we had Parashat Korach. I know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to destroy all Am Yisrael, and Moshe Rabbeinu said, no, if you destroy all Am Yisrael, it would be disgrace to your name, it would be Chilul Hashem. Please don't do it. Because everybody knows that only one person sinned, Korach, and you're punishing everybody, it's Chilul Hashem. Hashem says, oh, you care for Chilul Hashem? I listen to you, I don't. First you say, what's Pshat? In other words, HaKadosh Baruch Hu knows better. In other words, it's a very interesting point that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, by HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself, there is no Chilul Hashem, there is no disgrace of Hashem for Hashem himself, because Hashem's kavod is in essence. Hashem's kavod doesn't depend on the perception. Kavod and honor that depends on the perception, then there's the Chilul Hashem. When we take away the perception, you take away the kavod. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu's kavod and honor is in essence. Therefore, by Hashem, there is no Chilul Hashem. Chilul Hashem is something that we perceive. Therefore, we ask Hashem, the fact that we perceive Chilul Hashem, we don't want it to happen. Once we daven that's the greatest tefillah. It's a very powerful tefillah. That we don't want that this Chilul Hashem should take place, should be disgrace of your name. And Hashem says, like the parasha says, Hashem says, oh, you don't want it, you care for my name. That because of that, I listen to your tefillah. I listen because HaKadosh Baruch Hu mitzad himself, there's no disgrace of his name. That's not something that would concern him. But once it concerns us, that in our perception, the way that we perceive, it would look like Chilul Hashem, and we don't want it. It's painful for us. Then HaKadosh Baruch Hu will listen. Then when we finish this davening with asking HaKadosh Baruch Hu that you should please save us because of your name, that should not be mechulal.